Okay, maybe we should let it begin. I'm so excited, I'm not sure what I want to do next. Does anybody see the stone? Yeah, make a joke. Make a joke. Right. Tell me I'm stoned right now. Tell me I'm stoned right now. Because I got a stone on my neck. Let's play a little bit. I just walked in the house from outside, and guess what I saw? In my eyes, Matrix has sent me a message. Every time I'd come to a corner, I was with a friend of mine, I'd point my hand in the air, talking to her and saying, look, look, the chemtrails. And then the car would slow down and the car would look up. And then we'd walk a little bit further and I'd see another car coming and I'd say, look, look. And every time there was a car, I kept pointing my hands into the sky, just hoping that one day somebody will turn around and say, my son flies that airplane. And maybe your son should just stay home. Do you know what's going on? Don't you know the more we create, the more that the system, the natural system of beta is going to recreate in herself every single germ to ward off man's creation that she wasn't ready for. They rushed her into a pregnancy and made her give birth to every single virus and disease that exists today, not in her planet that you never see, but inside of who you are. Schizophrenic, bipolar. You've got a thyroid gland. You've got the muscle disease. You've got Hodgkin's disease. All formations. You think Gaia brought us into a planet where we should live and live by disease and then have to be rushed to hospitals that if you can't pay a bill that we shouldn't be protected? Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'm going to tell you a little story, something a little different. I saw 15 chemtrail planes passing in the sky. And I didn't see one pilot look down and say, hey, look, there's Mr. Tackpans talking about us again. Don't you worry. I've got my eye on things. And do you know what happens when I look? Do you know what happens when I look? I make the world turn around. Okay? In my own mind and in my own head, I believe that the one day the Gaia system will be so powerful, all we'll have to do is think and act the right way, and everything will be cured. You want to call me crazy? You want to waste your time to make up a name to decide who I am? It doesn't matter. This is TV. I make all the shit up. You know what I'm going to tell you next? Something a little weird. You see that where it says English? The total count is 55, which is electric company, and the EN, which is the 14th letter in the word E-I-E-I-O of Einstein, of the salad going on up here. There's a whole big salad up here, and I should know best. You know why? Because Warner Brothers showed me. Bugs Bunny was sitting there on the barber chair taking a salad out of somebody's head. And I was playing Monopoly, and I was on Marvin Gardens, right next to Go to Jail, and I know jail's all about where your mind goes, because where your mindset is the jail you're in. 432-678-10-10-10. 0 equals 6, 1 6 1 6 1 6. 18 and 3 is 21. 18 outs for the visiting team. 21 outs for the visiting team. 18 outs for the home team. And we're in the 7th inning stretch. Only played 6.5 innings. 5 and 6, E and F. 12-21 to make the 77 world. 5 and 6, 54 to make the island of the sun that was in one man. In the 13 world, 5 and 6 would be 87. And that's where the queen travels in your only heaven, turning the crown within one mind. Let me get back to French and English because I don't have much more time before they cut this video off one more time. 55 is for G-L-I-S. And the reason I do this, okay, is because S and H in English and French is C and H. But everybody knows, shh, 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 shh. Hey, man, I don't know where you learned how to spell, but if it was up to me, I'd make them both C's. But the reason we can't make them both C is only one of them gets to really C. That's the spirit heaven. The SH, spirit heaven. But in the French, it's a CH. It's the creation heaven where man is created. One comes within the mind, the Christ, CHIRST equals 77, JESUS. But in French, JE says I am, sus, spirit heaven of the soul, headrest, HDR. Let's add this up again. We're going to now take French, where the E and N, and there's an E and N over here. E plus N is 5 and 14, 514, 514. English and French, 514. That's Montreal. That's 19 connected up to one part of the moon. Electric company, 5 plus 5 is 10. 10 will equal 7. 5 times 5 is 25. 2 and 5 is 7. We got 2 ways to come into 7. 77, CHRIST equals 77 of Christ. English and French. In here we have the business angel residence, 6 for F, 666 for R. We've got 4 6s right here. It lives, inside R, lives F as a 6, 6 and 2. English and French, in French they say, it's Anglaise, North American, but in French, it's Française. We switch around the A and N, 1 and 14, which equals 105, and the G and L, which is the gateway light, 712, because the 7th key in the piano sticks right away to the 1 key, which is connected to the 2 key. The 2 key connects creation of the 3C, and you get the Anglaise creation world. The sail, backwards, sail, angel, sail, A-N-G-L, angel, sail. C says, I know and I am, je sais. Comes from the word je. Inside, where did I get that je from before? I am in French. Here, they say cinq, cinq. They're almost saying 5. The French say 5, the English says to sail. I'll sail on 5. 5 and 5 is 10, and the 10-cent piece in Canada is going on a sail because there's a boat. So from whatever you get into this, S and H equals to 27 red. Spirit heaven, you get 27 red. C and H, creation heaven, 3 and 8, you become 11. 11 becomes 1 and 1 is 2. That is the backdoor entry through the mind. The French way, the English way, the Française, and the Anglaise. The last thing I want to say is if you're looking at a ranger, it's actually the ange. In French, ange says angel. R in the front, R in the back, creation of one heaven, of one angel, of man. In the Christ world, of the spirit heaven, of one where one sails within one's mind, and one is within the 4 worlds, 6 of 666. Where else am I to go with this? Nowhere as of yet. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Let me see if this camera comes. Oh, this camera zooms. So now that we can zoom it, let's see if we can zoom it into the kitchen. Zoom it into the den. Zoom it up on the wall. Zoom it into the room that I'm painting over there. Can you see that room I'm painting? You're practically in the room. Then we can zoom it back up. See what's going on over here. How about this bike? The Wizard of Oz. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Fooling around with you. Thank you.